fire signs. This is your fire energy update for April 2020. Reverend Sky with Guiding Light Healing. And I want to thank you for returning if you're returning. And I want to also thank new subscribers if you are new. I am also doing a Twin Flame. It's called Twin Flame Chronicles. And they're like book chapters, only they're telling the different paths of the different twins on their journey. And you might find that you show up in those readings as well. So I'm going to real quickly, by the way, thank you for viewing my video. Thank you. I don't know if I already said that. And thank you. And if you enjoy it, please thumbs up and share and comment. Okay, fire signs. I did a pre-shuffle and I got Death. I got the Ten of Swords. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it won't come out again, but I think one of our fire signs is being somehow transformed in some way. Okay, a few fire signs. So I have here the Soul Coaching Oracle cards, and we're going to start with that to see what the base energy is. So here we go. For fire energy update for fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What do we have? What does their spirit guides need to tell fire energy? Acceptance. I unconditionally accept, cherish, and love myself just as I am. So I think this may go with the transformation, that learning to accept yourself and not be what other people perceive you as, and filling other people's conditions and restrictions and descriptions and definitions. Define yourself, be your own definition. Some people like to live vicariously through other people, Okay, so we're going to do a Celtic spread for fire signs. Spirit guides, ancestors, dear Lord, Holy of Holy, God of God, Lord of Lords, through your minions, your angels, your benevolent saints, and any and all benevolent energies, by the divine intercession of Mary. What can we tell fire signs in the update for April, for the remainder of April 2020? Okay, here we go. I already pre-shuffled them. I just wanted to get some of your energy in there. Okay, the heart of the matter. Yeah, see, acceptance. Here's the Five of Wands. Five of Wands talks about, I don't know if you could see, I'm always resituating this camera, so it's always like really hard for me to figure out where I am at. So this is some kind of competition. In the old pictorial tarot, it says it brings out the best in everyone. So something is going to be made better out of this competition. This is like not even, the original tarot calls it a mock fight. But it's some type of competition, last man standing kind of thing. And then what the blockage or the obstacle fire signs is judgment. So you may be in a competition where there's judges. You might be in sports or in some type of competitive arena. I see these people are still around. This is Gabriel blowing the horn. So this is judgment. This also talks about returns forgiveness, somebody coming back to close a cycle, basically a karmic cycle. But this is judgment with the Five of Cups. This is the obstacle. Okay, I read my Celtic cross as is above, so is below. So here's what's in the mind space, fire signs. It's the Six of Swords. This is moving on to calmer waters, but this is as is above. So this may be something that someone is working on, contemplating. Swords are headspace energy, right? Just be careful. See these swords? Just because you're moving on physically going the other way, just because you're moving on physically doesn't mean that you've moved on mentally. So you may go through, we may see the Nine of Swords pop up, or the Eight of Swords, hopefully not the Seven of Swords. Okay, as is below. Fire signs, here you are. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Also the Five of Wands is fire energy. Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is somebody rushing in. I'm reading 4 fire signs. So although this is the player, considered the player card, somebody that's in and out, creates toxic relationships because they're fickle. But also it talks about change of residence. Talks about, and I see that with the Six of Swords moving on. This is a change of residence. This is something that happens very quickly, spontaneously. Like, what do you say we move to, I don't know. What do you say we move to Paris? Okay, let's all move to Paris. And that's what happens. But also, too, this is a youthful energy. This is not somebody who thinks things through. It's impulsive. It's not a well thought out plan. So be careful about that, fire signs. Somebody is fighting to come back and they offer something. It may just be for them the moment. Especially, I would ask them, what's the plan? And if they don't have a plan and they just want to just throw caution to the wind, then you need to be cautious about that. In the past, energy, fire signs. Oh, wow, we do have a lot of fire signs. The King of Wands. Okay, so in the past, energy. This person is very dynamic, again with the spontaneity, but this is the king and he's upright. So this talks about somebody who is very determined, has his eye on the goal, has his eye on the prize. This could be an entrepreneur. The King of Pentacles can too, but this is somebody who initiates. But because I see the Knight of Wands here, this may be an initiator, but not somebody who gets down and rolls up their sleeves in the camp. He's sitting on his throne. This is also very highly sexual. Somebody who has a lot of sexual energy. So he's always, no matter where he is, he could be in the supermarket, he could be at the water and sewer supply plant, but he's always looking for some place to land his rod, whether it's business, whether it's physical, sexual, romantic, whatever it is, he's always looking for someplace else to plant this rod. So that's in the past energy. Let's see what's in the future energy. Nice. Now, the one thing I didn't say about the King of Wands is that this is the mature aspect of that. So this is somebody who has moved from maybe this energy into this energy, but then this is in the past still. So moving on, but we have the Hierophant, which is a card of Taurus. So this could be moving on. This is a progression. This might be that this person had to give this up to become this and move on to this, So maybe fire signs, you were at one time the player, and in order to move forward in your life or move forward with in a particular relationship, business. This is also the Hierophant, which is also business. So this very well may be that you were inspired, I guess is the word, to give up a bachelor life by something. But let's see, your energy is the Page of Cups. So this is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces water energy. This could be an apology. This could be a child. This could be a birth of a child. Sometimes the page is looking in the cup like he's surprised. This doesn't look like a surprise. This looks like this person is all about the transformation, but it is in the baby stages. The pages are children usually, or the youthfulness of the youthful innocence of the tarot, you know. So out of the court cards anyway, major arcana would be the Fool, right? Okay, in your environment, ooh la la, fire signs, you got it going on. You've got the Lovers. So in your environment, or what is coming towards you, or you will soon have closer to you, your circle, is the Lovers. This is a major arcana. People call this the twin flame card. I know I do. But it's also about a choice. So in your environment, there is a choice. And in the older decks and in the older books, it talks about the choice between secular and profane love, the choice between my heart and my head, the choice between sex and practicality. It's the choice card. That's in your environment. Okay, your hopes and fears. Your hopes and fears are the world. So either this can talk about long distance communication, World Wide Web. Maybe you met somebody online that you're passionate about or that you want to settle down with. This also talks about completion, the end of a cycle. We have the Judgment card here. So this is like, the obstacle is going back to be judged and just rather to end the cycle and leave it alone. This is also a completion of some sort. These are what are they? The mutable? I'm not really sure, so I'm not going to say. There's Scorpio is a mutable sign. I'm not sure. So let me leave that alone. But anyway, this is a cycle being completed. Now, that's your hopes and fears. So you're hoping for a cycle to complete, or you're fearing that a cycle is completed. And then we have the Three of Cups at the end. And the Three of Cups is reconciliation. It's celebration. It could be a third party situation. Okay, so these are the Ciro Marchetti cards. Now, let's start to clarify and break this down. I know you can't see all the cards. I keep resituating the camera so that you could see more and more. And so hopefully, let's move these up just a tad, straighten them out. All right, you can see most of them. Okay, since we started out, I like to go backwards because I'd rather have more cards for Spirit to give me closer to the outcome. Clarify the Three of Cups of fire sign update for the month of April, please. Please clarify the Three of Cups and the outcome for fire signs. Okay. For the Three of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles. So you could be making an offer, a tangible offer, but it's small, but it's a start. It's a start. It's a message of wanting to break ground, set roots, do something more stable. And that's what the Three of Cups in the outcome. So this might be something to do with an earth energy, which would be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This could be somebody offering you. This could be a young man, a teenager or a preteen in the outcome. This is a celebration though. So this could also, again, this could be celebrating that there's a third, element, but it's a celebration. So it could be a child. It could be a message of money, a new business. This is the start. Okay. So then we have hopes and fears. So the world. If I don't resonate with you, there are a lot of fire energies out there, especially being combined with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So get in where you fit in. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is great. So then we have for hopes and fears. Remember we had the world card. So this is the end of a cycle. This is the end of a cycle of fire signs, of the moving back and forth, the end of a cycle of impulsiveness, the end of a cycle of perhaps, I don't, forgive me, but having multiple partners, the end of a cycle of being footloose and fancy free. This is also called fight or flight. So this is somebody who may have left a situation and let it end rather than to continue with it. That's the hopes and fears. Now, for lovers, for fire signs and fire energy in the environment, Holy Spirit, clarify lovers. Clarify lovers, please. Environment. This is the lovers, right? And this is the Empress fire signs. So if you're a fire sign female, or, well, there's really no gender, but this could be that you are going to have a baby. Like I said, news of a birth. This could be somebody seeing you as the Empress. Now, for fire energy males, this might be that you've chosen your Empress. Okay. Let's see. What is the Page of Cups for the current energy for fire signs? Fire energy. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Page of Cups. Wow. I think I'm seeing here that somebody's going to apologize, possibly for being saying, sarcastic remarks, for sometimes being that impulsive, for saying things they shouldn't say, for upsetting someone. This looks like an apology more than, or this is quick news that comes in, very, very quick. This could be a message, a text message, or this could be somebody saying, I don't accept your apology. And just as soon as the person starts to apologize, they cut them off and say, okay, fine, thanks, whatever. So that could be, it's considered as more almost impulsive than the Knight of Wands, right? But it's more mental. The Knight of Wands runs with this wand, on fire. He's ablaze. He can't see. If you look at the King of Wands, that wand is, the fire is out. He's no more running around, But anyway, so we're going backwards. The Hierophant has the Page of Swords. So fire signs, you might be finding out that somebody's married, you know, because the Page of Swords is the spy card, but it's also like premature knowledge of something that you think you know that you may not know. This may be at a job. Somebody may be watching you at work. Hierophant is not only the marriage card. This is not only the Pope about marriage, but it's also for large corporations, structures, licenses. Somebody may have found out about you having a license for doing something. You may be learning to be licensed in some regard. But I'm seeing the page, and then I have here this Knight of Wands. So again, I think that somebody made an impulsive action based on something they saw, but not based, and going with that. The page is not the knowledge. It's finding out about something, but how much do you really know, right? Okay. So then we're going to go to the past, which is the King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands in the past for fire signs for the remainder of April? Yeah. In the past, this King of Wands was very slow, which is unusual for the King of Wands. But this talks about money. This is money and finance. So this was a very slow or no moving fire sign. He's very stubborn. I don't know which one, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, is very stubborn. I am a Leo ascendant, and I'll tell you what, even with a Leo ascendant, I'm stubborn. I don't deny it. I'm very stubborn. So this person was slow to budge, if not budging at all, to make an offer. That was when he had enough to make an offer with, right? Also, but it's still not, it's the king acting like, this also could be spending money, like that, you know, King of Wands being impulsive, because I see here at the end, we have the Page of Pentacles. So he doesn't have as much as he used to have. Doesn't have as much as he used to have. Okay, so now, as is above, so we have the Six of Swords, 4 fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Please clarify the Six of Swords. Wow. This is very telling, fire energy. Very, very telling. You see, this person, he had the Knight. Then he thought he could increase his, you know, I'm going to read them the way I see them. You know, it's all about likes, shares, and subscribes, but not when you're dealing with people's lives and their spirit. So I'm just going to say this. This person was the Knight of Pentacles. He moved on to become the King of Pentacles. He moved on to be married, right? Somebody may have found out that he chose to possibly be married to an earth sign. This person moved on under the moon, so it's secret. Why it's secret, who cares, who knows? But this person felt it had to be secret to move away to become this King of Pentacles, to become, possibly because they were becoming a father or a mother, you know, there's no gender, but this is moving to calmer waters with the King of Pentacles. So this may be this fire sign moved forward with a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, and then took on their energy. You know, if they got married, then they exchange energies. She becomes more of the fire element. He becomes more of the grounded earth element. Okay, so now we've got as is below, which is the Knight of Wands. Okay. Yeah, what did I tell you? Here's the King of Swords. King of Swords, Knight of Wands. This person went cold, possibly cut out their philandering, cheating, lying, whatever they were doing to have a relationship, these mini relationships. What are they called? These starts and stops, ins and outs. They stopped to offer this pentacle, right? Okay, now we're going to go to the heart of the matter, which is the Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands at the heart of the matter for fire signs for their April update 2020? Why is this here? Well, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so weird, fire signs, how real this is. We've got fire energy. We've got the Ace of Wands clarifying this Five of Wands. So everybody wanted to be the only one. The only one, the only one. So that's what that's all about, right? And then we have Judgment. Last but not least, why is Judgment the obstacle in this? Because I see somebody wanting to go back to something, but I have no real cup cards in here. It's all about, seems like it's business, and so I don't know that this Empress really had a baby or if this was more starting a business. Yeah, see, here's the Judgment on this, the obstacle, and it's the Tower, fire signs, and the Nine of Swords. So here's what I'm getting, fire signs. I think that somebody went into something with a lot of promise, and they invested their money into something, and I don't see where it really bore fruit. They may have started out with all of this is mental space. So they were pretty much calling themselves the boss, maybe even moving on with somebody as a surrogate father. But they invested money, and the investment, now they're going back, or I don't see this as a celebration, although they may have invested a lot of money and now they're starting to see small returns on their investment. Or this is somebody who, I don't think this is third party, and really, but this also may be, this is all I have left out of all of the money I spent. Will you reconcile with me? Kind of thing, right? Yeah, this person's having anxiety over, this blockage is anxiety about everything, that everything fell apart. Possibly that this person knows, because we have the Hierophant, and then we have this Tower. So these are two structure cards. So this may not have worked out, or they were afraid that it wouldn't work out. Okay, real quick. Don't want to keep these long. I'm trying to do better with the time on these. Let's get some tipper cards. Yeah, this person's concerned about going to court. Fire signs, if you are concerned about going to court with something, I see you getting something out of it. See, here's the court card and the concern, right? 5 is change, and 6, I think, is past. Like 3 is working together. People working together is the 3s. And then when it goes to the 6, it always seems to me to talk about some type of movement, So this is change, and this is somebody concerned about moving or movement of some sort, or a completion in movement. So I think what happened here, like I said, is that somebody went into business. I see this with a lover. They birthed a business. and they really expected an awful lot. They, you know, fire signs, you put in your share. You were hesitant, but you did put in your share, enough to be the boss, enough to earn the rights and privileges of ownership. And I think either it's just gaining ground, but I see the tower here. So that's that's one scenario. The other scenario is the investment did not pay off as well as was hoped for with the king of, and now we're back to the page. We have a little bit of money left over from all of this, and we're looking to invest it somewhere else, right? Or this person is spending a little bit of money they have left on sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and alcohol. Sex, drugs, and alcohol. Okay. Fire signs, that is your update for April 2020. This is Reverend Sky. If you like what you see and you see what you like, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to watch the Twin Flame Chronicles. You may find yourself in one of those stories that come up. And that being said, thank you again. Namaste.